Welcome back to Inspire AI, the podcast where we explore how technology is reshaping our world. I'm your host, Jason McGinty, and this is Future Proofing with AI, Building Knowledge for Tomorrow's Challenges. Today we're talking about OpenAI's newest flagship AI model, GPT-5. It's not the leap to AGI some were hyping and hoping, but it might be the most practically useful model we've had yet, because it doesn't just get smarter, it gets more trustworthy. So here's the plan. We'll cover what's new, why raising the floor matters more than flashy demos, and how professionals, educators, and students can put GPT-5 to work today. All right, the big picture. No more choosing between fast and smart. GPT-5 routes your request to the right submodel automatically. Quick questions, instant. Multi-step problems, it thinks longer on its own. It is now faster and more accessible. For most people, it feels crisp and responsive. It's available broadly in ChatGPT. It has across-the-board gains as it edges past GPT-4 variants on benchmarks. The standout, coding. GPT-5 is now the go-to for building, refactoring, and debugging real software. It doesn't just call tools, it plans with them. That means better research, better data work, and multi-step tasks that actually complete. Creative writing isn't its superpower, however. If you want a lyrical prose, older models or rivals may still win there. But for accuracy, reasoning, and getting things done, GPT-5 is the move. So how does GPT-5, I quote, raise the floor? Hallucinations, or confidently wrong facts, drop significantly in normal chats. In think longer mode, error rates fall even more, down to low single digits on complex fact-seeking tasks. And deception, where it claims it can do things it can't, it's roughly cut in half versus the last gen. So professionals can spend less time second-guessing outputs and more time shipping. Educators can get fewer looks right but isn't answers when designing materials. And students can lean on it to learn, not just to spin plausible sounding fluff. The bottom line is trust is the feature, and arguably the best one with this new model. When AI stops making you babysit it, you use it more, and you use it for what matters. So let's put it to work. For engineering professionals, why not try pointing GPT-5 to a thorny bug? Ask it to analyze logs, propose a fix, write unit tests. It's especially good at reading context across large code bases and explaining its reasoning. For knowledge workers, drop in a 50-page report and say, summarize, extract decisions, risks, next steps, and draft an email to their client. It'll structure, format, and reduce the grunt work. For our ops and automation tasks, with tool use, it can search, pull data, draft artifacts, and even execute lightweight workflows end to end. For our educator friends out there, think about using it as a planning assistant. Try building a 2-week module on cell biology at 3 reading levels, including formative checks and a rubric. It'll do that. Differentiation on demand. Ask for alternate explanations, analogies, visuals, or practice sets targeted to specific misconceptions. And how about safer study support? With lower hallucinations means less cleanup. Draft it, then review and adapt. And for students, how about tutor mode? For an example, walk me through this proof step by step. Quiz me after each step. It adjusts pace and explanation. As a project partner, you can use it for research scaffolding, outlining, drafting, citations, and a reflection prompt to keep you learning, not outsourcing. And for your skills practice, try coding challenges, language drills, mock interviews with targeted feedback. Here's a pro tip for everyone. If the task is complex, explicitly nudge it. Quote, think step by step before answering. You'll often trigger deeper reasoning and even better results. So for some quick wins on how to get the best results, first set the target. Make a goal to, for example, produce a one-page brief for execs. Add constraints, plain English, 5 bullets max, action items at the end. Give it some context. Let's say paste examples, style notes, or your template. GPT-5 will mimic structure well. Ask for verification. Cite sources or show how you verified each claim. Invite iteration. Tell it to offer 3 options. If I pick one, refine it twice without repeating old points. And escalate its effort. If it feels shallow, tell it to take more time. Reason fully before you answer. Now let's be honest with ourselves. It's not perfect. The router sometimes answers fast when you want it deep. Maybe it's a first iteration bug that OpenAI needs to work out. So if it feels glib, say, think longer. As our creative prose assistant, it's solid, but can read safe or generic. If voice matters, prompt with tone and examples, or use it to draft structure, and you add the sparkle. And of course, it's still not AGI, artificial general intelligence. The long horizon autonomy isn't here. Keep a human in the loop for decisions with risk, privacy, or compliance implications. For critical domains like health, legal, finance, use it to prepare and explain, then verify before acting. So why does it all matter? Well, GPT-5 shifts the conversation from look what AI can do to look how reliably it does it. That reliability frees our professionals from constant fact-checking, gives educators a credible co-teacher, and empowers students with a patient tutor that's meaningfully more correct. And it normalizes agentic workflows. AI that not only answers, but acts, which I believe is where the biggest productivity gains live. So here's your challenge for this week. Pick one high leverage task, code review, proposal drafting, or data synthesis. Write a clear objective and constraints. Run it through GPT-5, ask it to think step by step, and iterate twice. Measure your time saved, and then be wowed. If you're an educator, feed ChatGPT an upcoming lesson topic. Ask for a leveled plan, checks for understanding, and an exit ticket. Think about how to pilot it with a class, and note where you still want your voice. And if you're a student looking forward to school starting up again, choose a tough concept. Ask ChatGPT to teach, quiz, and then explain your wrong answers. Reflect on what changed. So as you go along, think about how you see the differences. Look for less friction, fewer errors, and more momentum. Because the smartest AI isn't the one that dazzles once. It's the one you can count on every day. This is Inspire AI. If this helped, share it with a colleague, teacher, or student who's ready to level up. Until next time, stay curious, keep experimenting, and keep future-proofing with AI.